Hi, Sucheta. Welcome to Global Influencers Hub. Here we talk about the life journeys of influencers, social media influencers, and we are looking forward to deep diving into yours. Here, the word dive, of course, has a deeper meaning than anything else. So let's dive and talk about right from your childhood. We'd like to hear stories, all about it. So
I
talk to us.
think it's so great to have you here. I suddenly just heard from you and I'm like, wow, you guys have been around for a very long time and you have some phenomenal athletes online. So I was like, yeah, I should do this. So let's do this. Yes. I saw all your questions. I
Mm.
saw what you wanted to know and I'm like, this is going to be a long fun talk.
Of course, of course. We want to hear about your journey. We want to hear stories. We want to hear all about you.
Yes, lots of it to share. And yeah, I really do hope that I'm able to get some more people in the pool, We really
Of
need to
course,
swim. See, it's winter, so people are like, oh my God, it's cold. But to be honest, cold water is far healthier than swimming in a temperature controlled pool. Yeah. So,
of course,
yes,
of course. Yeah, that's what I hear. That we've heard of Wim Hof. So he actually really talks about, like, taking cold water showers, being
mm,
in ice water, and how everything changes physically once you do that. So
absolutely. Yeah.
absolutely, I completely agree, because we are trying to be comfortable with certain things and going against nature.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I fight it when you can actually enjoy the beauty of what is out there for us.
of course, of course. So let's talk about your childhood. Where were you born? How did it start? Were you drawn to waters? What happened?
So everybody knows this, and it's something I love sharing again and again. So my dad's my coach, and my dad taught me how to swim.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, I've been swimming since I was 4 years old. So being in the water at such a young age, and my dad being a very senior coach, it just that's how it just started off, being in the water, then being in the competitive world, then in the corporate world, and then back into open water swimming. It's a completely different uh, place to be and space to be. First, your father is a coach, and your coach is a father. So it's uh, over time, I think both of us have figured out how that balance works. We figured
Right.
out, yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy initially, but at one point it was like, okay, Baba finally understood that, I'm not the 16-year-old little one anymore. I've grown up, the body has changed, the mind changes. So with that, coaching with him, because he's also been with me for so long as my father, he knows exactly how he can coach me, how he can, tell me, okay, what you're doing is wrong. So like,
Of course.
wait, come
Of course.
home, let's
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah.
So, it's a beautiful balance that we both found as father coach, father daughter coach student, and
Hmm.
so far, touchwood, has been working for us.
Fabulous. Now, were you always drawn to waters, or or was it?
It's just, I mean, the pool that I used to swim in, where I learned, it's called the Kensington Swimming Pool in Bangalore. It actually
Okay.
is 75 years today, this year. It is 75 years old. That pool has been around for so long.
For so
And it's
long.
just,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just by the lake. So then we would be there in the evening and then we'd actually see the sun setting. There are few of these moments that you
Beautiful.
actually witnessed, and it was nice. And you're in water, and yes, you were being pushed out as a child. You were being, getting into the competitive field. That that upbringing as an athlete
Mm.
instills in you so many things that I understand today. Hard work, or discipline, which is so important in being in the sphere that I'm in as an athlete. Discipline is so important. And being a morning person, I'm up at about 4 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the pool. So
Wow.
it is also the spirit of sportsmanship that you learn at a really young age.
I
And
agree. Yeah.
it just stays with you. No matter what you do, where in life you go,
Correct.
the discipline stays with you. It's like no matter what time you finish work at night, you're like,
Mm.
yeah, I'm up in the morning. That's really it. And now there's no way of going back to sleep. So I think
Right. Right.
these small things that you do as a child gets embedded in you.
Of
And
course.
it's I think it's so important that these are actually what would I say? mm, I wouldn't say life skills. I would say these are the foundation of the person you become, no matter what you do. Yeah,
Absolutely. These
yeah,
small activities really like pile up and make you who you are.
absolutely.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So were there like moments of fear of hesitation or anything like that? If there was, what was, I mean, how were you overcoming them?
Excuse me. uh
Yeah.
Swimming in the open water is beautiful, to be very honest. It's one of the most spectacular things. I'm so grateful to God and my parents to actually allow me go out there into like in the unknown space.
Yeah. Yeah.
the it's I've been talking about this and I'm still trying to work on it. It's the fear of swimming in the dark. It's still there. It's Yeah, I mean it's a process. I've just done about just about four swims so far, and every time I do a swim, I'm slowly overcoming the fear of swimming in the dark. It's going to take me a while longer, maybe another four swims more. I should be sorted, but this is one of the biggest fear I have. It's not
Okay.
it's not like the unknown or anything. It's just I'm a little I'm just a little scared of the dark even when I'm alone at home. So it just translates back there. But
O-
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I will very soon.
Of course you will. Absolutely. Of course. Of course. So now talk to us about the Open Water Swimmers Foundation.
Oh, that's 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 my world. That means everything
Talk
to
to
me.
us about your world.
That means a lot to me and my team. So Open Water Swimmers Foundation basically started when we started going out and swimming in these lakes, and we actually
Mm.
see people throwing broken bottles and plastic. And as Indians, traditionally, when we have a puja or when we have a big festival, we immerse the idol in the water.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because these lakes are in among villages, the closest thing is a lake, right? So they tend to immerse the idol, and there's plastic. There's a lot of things that's floating around, and plus, again, people come out in the evening having a picnic, or a weekend picnic. They'd scatter the plates around. There's plastic. There's bottles, and the tendency is sometimes the bottle also breaks. So what happens? It was really dirty outside the lake. You have plastic and paper, and plus because of the wind, a lot of them tend to flow into the lake too. So suddenly you're swimming and you're like, "Ooh, a plastic! Ooh, a bottle!" So we said, okay, you know what? Let's start cleaning this because we're going to be using this space. This is our space that we're
Mm,
going to be
mm,
using frequently. So
mm.
let's clean it up. So with that thing in mind, we said, okay, people who don't know how to swim, you all clean the outside of the lake. The swimmers, we get into the water and we clean the lake inside. So that's
Ah,
yeah, that is Open Water Swimmers Foundation.
fantastic. So
Thank
how's that
you.
going right now?
Oh, actually, quite brilliant. We've the Swimming Federation of India. We've had the honor to be a part of two of their events. So we're finally being recognized nationwide, also among the swimmers, the parents. A lot of people are recognizing that, okay, there is something like this, and we are
Of
a
course.
non-for-profit. Yeah, we are a
My
non-for-profit.
goodness, I love the concept of it. I love the thought that has gone with the thought and the intent that has gone behind it. For sure.
Yeah,
That's fantastic, and I think this will be a huge success.
thank
For
you
sure,
so much.
for sure, for sure. Now
Thank you.
tell me about the mental preparation that you need to do before a swim. Of course, I know about the physical part. We'll get to that as well. But talk to the main, I think everything is a mindset.
It's a combination of them both, to be very honest. Like, say for example, when we train in the pool. So we're working with endurance training. We're working with speed. We work with endurance and speed together. Endless hours spent at the pool. So that is in a pool like you like you keep going to the other end of the pool, you keep flipped up, you keep flipping, you keep flipping constantly. So that is also in a way making your mind conscious that you know what, yes, there are going to be breaks, yes, it's going to be this way, but that is where all the training happens, in the pool. Physically, yes, mentally also. It's like you're just going back and forth, back and forth. It takes a lot to be going back and forth constantly.
Of course. Yeah, yeah,
That is
yeah.
also training your mind. That's also training your body. So
Mm.
both work hand in hand. And then it's
Mm.
because yes, sometimes it's like, yes, I love what I do, but at the same time, it is tough. It
Of
takes it takes a lot more out mentally than physically 80% of the time.
of course. Now, any quirky rituals that you follow, or like any specific rituals you follow, maybe before a competition or anything along those lines?
It's just I always have a little pity in my tummy. I'm like, okay, you know what's going to happen, no matter how prepared you are. There's always a point where it's the unknown. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen, but
True.
at the same time, I'm so sure of my crew, because the crew is the most integral part of my swim, whether it be the pool or whether it be the open water. The
Mm.
crew is vital. You you know they are vigilant, they are watching all the time, they are like seeing what's going on around, they're constantly
Mm.
like keeping an eye on you. One is looking around, one is keeping my feeds ready. So that's the open water. And in the pool, I have the pool that I swim, the the management at the pool,
Mm.
plus by the swimmers I swim with, my father at home. So everywhere it's so important to have people who feel the same, people who understand how difficult it is, the sacrifices, the hard work that goes into doing anything. So
Of
sometimes
course.
it's life and death. Sometimes
Of course.
it's harm. It's small things do build up, but that is what makes the team, and that is what makes me successful.
100%.
It's
100%.
yeah,
Of course.
it's a
Of
big
course.
package.
Yes, 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 of course. So now tell me about the schooling and the college and all that.
Oh, so I went to Baldwin Girls High School. I'm a
Okay.
Baldwinian in Bangalore. Then I went to St. Joseph's Arts and Science, which is currently St. Joseph's University, and a very proud committee member of the alumni.
Wonderful. What subject were you pursuing there?
Oh, I did industrial relations, economics, and sociology. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, on Sunday we had the alumni get together in the university, and
Oh,
I met my
lovely.
professors, and I was so happy to see them. They were like, so I finished college in 2004, and
Mm.
20 years later, they're like, "We're so proud of you."
Of
It was,
course. Just a
they
different
literally,
feeling altogether.
yeah,
Yes.
they literally saw me grow up. Like grow from like a teenager into an adult, into an athlete like today. So literally seen me through those curves, and that. And then I did my master's in commerce, St. Joseph's College of Commerce, again
Mm-hmm.
in Bangalore. Yes, and again a very proud committee of the Old Students Association alumni. The
Fantastic.
committee member.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, and yeah, I met them too. Saturday night we had the alumni get together in
Wow.
Country Club. Yeah, so it was a lovely hectic weekend, but it was a beautiful weekend, reconnecting with
People that mattered.
people that knew who I was then, and
Of
people who
course.
see me today. So they've seen the transition, which
Of
is
course.
so
A
important.
different kind of, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now tell me something now, while you were doing your education as well and pursuing your swimming, was there a point that you thought that now should I say that swimming was your passion turned profession, or how did that come together?
Uh, so I swam in school.
Okay.
I swam for school too, and then there was college, and then you have the teenage years, then you have like the social life. You go into a completely different world, and then you come into the corporate world. and then you get a taste of money, and you're like, ooh, nice. So you
Exactly.
know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean. So that happens, each phase in life, you're learning something, you're doing something else. And then when I was working in the corporate world, I hurt my back, so that I was flat out for a while. Then when I went back into the pool, I just started swimming again while I was working, and then it was lovely. It just felt, wow. It wasn't that I missed it that much, or it just felt nice. And then COVID happened, a whole bunch of things happened, and it still became something I wanted to love to do. I did crazy swims before COVID, and there were a lot of plans. But then, yeah, I just kind of swayed that way. And now I went in you're swimming alone for so many hours, so you start thinking like, what happened and what happened. Then sometimes you realize that this is what I love to do.
of
And
course,
it's okay. you know it's never too late to find what you love to do. It's never too late to find your passion. It's never
of
too
course.
late to start anything new.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely, 100%.
and I yeah, I just love this. I love this space that I'm in.
I always say, "Zindagi na milegi dobara." So
uh,
just if you think that there's something that moves you, just go ahead, do it.
yeah, but also, at what sacrifices or what things are you willing to let go to honestly do what you truly deeply love? That is
Mm,
something that uh, I believe in. People say, it's too late, it's too late. I say, no, it's never too late. you know Go for it. You never know what you find in the way you
of
know
course, absolutely, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
what do you think was your most memorable swim so far?
Every swim I do, every day I'm in the water, every stroke, every breath, because it's every second of my life. I'm not wasting it away. I'm doing something purposeful. I'm doing something that matters deeply to me.
Of
You know.
course.
So yes, they are failures. I've had a couple of failed swims, but what do I learn from those? It's not like, oh my, yes, I did sulk for a while. I mean, they all do sulk for a while. It's like, okay, I
Yeah, yeah.
failed at something, you know what I mean? But over a period of time, what did I learn from them? It's the experience you gain every time you keep going back. Okay, so
Hmm,
this is the mistake I made. Okay, I can do better. Okay, I can't do that anymore. I should be doing this better. So again, you're doing a complete introspect of yourself,
of course.
and you
Yeah,
start learning more and more about yourself rather than justifying to anybody else why or
absolutely.
how or no. So it's more a self learning. It's more trying to be a better person for yourself,
Hmm,
better person for the people around you. And
hmm,
it's always like, if you can only do good, do good. Don't try to harm anybody.
very
So
true.
words hurt, but then at some point it's sticks
Hmm.
and stones. You know what I mean? So, so
No, very true. But I think I
yeah.
really like the part that you're talking so much about the introspection part, because that is a very valuable message in every phase of our lives.
Yes.
Because at times we just fail to introspect, especially when we hit failures. Actually, I always call them learning phases of our lives,
Yes. Yes.
because I feel that when we are pursuing our dreams, then nothing is a failure really, because it's just a learning. I just learned something out of it.
Yes. You
So that's
always
how
do.
I've seen it. But the most important message that I'm taking away from your talk is also that how introspection is so important.
It is because times are
Yeah.
changing so quickly and so fast. Having the human touch, having that sense of humility, or is there's a lack of it. So telling people that it's okay to fail, nobody seems to grasp that concept.
Right. Right.
Yeah. We people may deal with them silently. It's each to their
Mhm.
own. Everybody deals with things differently. But here social
Absolutely.
media is telling you to listen to this song, to read that, to do yoga, to meditate. But you need to find what works for yourself.
100%.
Yes, it's
Absolutely.
it's not that I haven't read through how to get over failure. I have, of course I have. I've tried different things. I've, gone for these group therapy classes, and I have done all that. But there's no harm trying it, because someone's words or someone's perspective can actually, strum that thing that just was just lying dormant in your mind.
Of course.
So
Of course.
failure is okay. It's how each person
Absolutely.
deals with it. It's a very individual, very private thing of how to deal with it. Yeah.
100%.
So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, what has this entire experience taught you? Like, how has it changed the outlook of your life?
Oh, we are we are so minuscule. We are such a tiny, minuscule thing in the entire, sea, or the endless oceans, or the world, or the universe.
Seriously.
You know,
Seriously.
you're
Yeah.
there, and you
Yeah.
can. You can't. It's like it's so huge. It's so vast.
I can
You
imagine,
know.
especially when you're inside the water swimming, and then when you look up, you're like, "What?
Yeah.
Really?"
Yeah.
It's like a speck of dust, almost. Of course.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It teaches you. It taught me appreciation. It taught me to be
Humility, I'm
humble.
sure.
It taught me to be humble.
Humility, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you there's so many lives around you. There's so many things going on around you. There's so much to appreciate. There's so much to look forward to.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's
True.
it's it's like it's a complete. It's like you know a sudden epiphany that you get, that you never thought you would even realize in your life, that
Very true.
epiphany exists. you know
No, no, true, 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 of course. And I
so
think the kind of experience you've had, I'm sure that is more uh, dominantly, it dominantly stands out with that vast experience, literally vast.
yeah.
So, what would be your advice to someone who's actually pursuing a similar career, a similar path as yours?
Mm, I mean, it's you know be a better person every day. Try to be better, whether it be in your technique. Try to have an
Mhm.
open mind. When you're learning something, it's very important to keep an open mind. If you
Very
come to a coach, if you want someone to coach you, there's a reason the person is a coach and you're a student.
absolutely.
Keep an open mind. It's very, very important.
Hmm.
And experience is incomparable to a person who's first time in the water. So keep an open mind. Don't hesitate to ask questions. It may be it may be relevant to you, but as a coach, it's important that you actually, stand up and ask and say, how should I do it? What can I do? What do I do? You
Right.
know, it takes a lot for someone to, get up and ask a question.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, it takes a lot, and it's really nice that they ask. Keep asking, keep asking. It's
Very
okay
good.
to
Yeah,
ask.
yeah.
It's okay to
And
ask.
no question is a dumb question. That's a very important thing to
Never,
understand.
never.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Good.
always keep an open mind.
Very true. So how do you keep, how do you stay calm and composed in the vast waters? Like, is there a mind trick to it, or
No, no,
what
no.
do you do?
Oh, I have several moments of anger.
Really?
I'm like, what
Tell
am
us
I
about
doing?
them. We,
I'm
we
like,
want to hear these stories that, when
no,
did Sucheta become angry?
no. I mean, it's like, what am I doing? And then
Yeah.
suddenly you're like, you get into a monotonous phase. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You're going on and on and on, and then becomes monotonous, and then it becomes lonely. Then suddenly, somewhere in the head, you're like, oh, this person said this. I should have said that. So, and then you're in that peaceful mode. You're like, oh, that was a fun night. Oh, that was a lovely meal. You go with, that's what I'm saying. You have so much time to introspect. You have so much time to go within yourself and understand so many things. I go through ranges of emotions and feelings, and you go through it all. Like,
Wow.
yeah,
That's so it's therapeutical, I would say. You
yes,
know, it
yes.
is. It is quite a therapy, I must say.
Meditative, actually. I call it
Meditative as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, meditative. Yeah,
so it's,
absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
So, have you ever thought of like, giving up or, frustrated that I just wanna quit?
Yeah.
Or
Yes, yes, yes. I mean,
how did so what happened that, you stuck to it? Like,
so this is a very lonely sport. It is a lonely sport because you're alone all the
um,
time. You're with your thoughts all the time. It, it is very, very lonely.
mm,
And sometimes you keep wonder why I keep doing it.
mm,
It's not about giving up. It's about understanding that it's okay to give the body a break at times. Because I went back to back for 3 years, back to back swims for 3 years. I really never gave myself a break.
mm,
So I've actually taken about a 2 year break now, about 18 months now since my last swim in March. I gave myself time. Healing mentally, physically, emotionally. You go through a lot. So
you
it's,
do, of
yeah,
course. Yeah, yeah,
so it's,
yeah.
it's a downtime. So I think
Mm,
at times people say they need a break. I took an 18-month break. And
fantastic. Very cool.
and yes, I think I feel in many ways I deserve it.
Of course you do.
No,
Of course.
it's a lot. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, it is. But no, I don't think I'd want to give up. You never give up on love.
Oh,
It'll.
I love the way you said it. I love the way your passion like just shines through it. It's just like, wow, that was a sweet moment. We'll do a reel on this. There's a very sweet moment there, right there. I think my team will capture it very well. Well done, well done. Good.
You understand? It's just like I said. It's so vast. It's so humbling. It throws. I mean, you're thrown around. You're lashed around. You hear a lot of things from people. People talk. So managing all that as a one person, it does take a toll on you. And then people say, it's not how you what is that? It's how you react. It's like whether you react calm or sometimes you can't be so composed all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
We human beings, yeah, we're not perfect. So my venting is out there. So there was one time I was thrown around like, oh my God, why are you doing this to me? And suddenly it's nice and calm. I'm like, oh, thank you. This is so lovely. You know, beautiful moments. I mean,
God, yeah, yeah.
just beautiful moments. There's just so much that to share. That's why I keep telling everybody, come with me. When I'm swimming, just come with me. Don't have to be in the water. Just stay out there and understand why it's so beautiful. Understand,
Mm.
understand, you know, it's endless. It's oh
I know
it,
the vastness. It's the vastness which is mind-boggling. Can't even
yeah.
fathom it actually.
The
Fantastic.
colors, you see colors, red, orange, blues. Oh, the hues. Oh my God, it's spectacular. So just being out there, there's some moments you can only experience when you're there, one with nature.
Of course. Of
When,
course.
even when you're being lashed around and thrown around, you can still see the moon just, rising out of the water and the sun setting on the other side.
Mhm. Mm.
So many things. It was
It
like,
is. Yes, yes.
uh,
True, true. Very true. Now, TEDx. So,
ah,
what was the topic? And tell us a little bit about that.
it was a pursuit of endurance, like pushing, I mean, the pursuit of human endurance, pushing the
Mm.
limits of human endurance. I mean, how far can you go? Like, because nobody actually believes it's possible.
True,
It's
true.
yeah, but that's the thing. It's such an old sport. It's such a open water swimming is goes back. We didn't have pools back then. People swam in lakes and seas and ponds. You know what I mean? Open
Mm.
water swimming is
Mm.
one of the oldest things. So now we have set rules and regulations. Obviously, I mean, because people do tend to misuse and stuff that's also, yes, we have a body that governs all swims and regulates rules and regulations.
Mm.
And then it's like out of like through all that you try to understand uh, you know what, I forgot the question.
Which one? TEDx. We were talking about TEDx.
TEDx, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just so so TEDx was uh,
Human endurance.
pushing the limits of human endurance. Like, yeah, so open water swimming is a really really old sport, or a very old activity that dates back centuries. Now we have a regulatory body, right? So with TEDx, people couldn't understand that how someone can swim that much.
Of course. Yeah, yeah.
Like, someone was saying, I don't even drive that much. you know
True.
I- so trying to explain to people it is possible.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it's not only me in India. There's so many swimmers around the globe, who are doing 173 kilometers, 200 miles.
My
They are,
goodness.
yes, there are
That
swimmers
is
like
pretty,
this in
that
the
is
world.
crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
it happens, it exists. So
Of
standing
course.
there in TEDx, telling people, yes, this is possible. Yes, I've had failures. Yes, I have fears of swimming in the dark.
In the dark,
So
yeah.
it's being completely honest.
Mm. Mm.
It's, whether it be the beauty, the fear, the failures, the success, the love, the hate. Again, a series of emotions up and down. The complete honest and truth. That there's no instance of shades of gray. It's complete black and white, because that's when people understand, okay, yes, there is a sport like this. It's creating knowledge, it's
Very
creating
true.
awareness. People, yes, this happens. People do it. So that was
Wow.
TEDx for me. That was
Wow.
TEDx, yeah.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So when you're not in the waters, what does a day in Sucheta look like?
I love cooking.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, I love cooking. I have a pet Lola. I have so we play cuddle monkey. That means I catch her and cuddle her. Yeah, so it's my day. Then I swim about twice a day, or I work out twice a day, whether we
Mhm.
weight training or a lot of physio actually for some of the injuries that I've been overcoming.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, so I like being home.
Okay. So you're a homebody.
I'm a home person. Yes,
Okay.
I
Cool. Very
I like,
cool.
yeah, made my room nice and cozy, my nice little space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like being home.
Good. Good, good, good. So nutrition. So that plays a huge role, I'm sure. Is
Oh,
there a
yes.
go-to comfort food that you have as such?
Biryani.
Eh. Oh, yeah,
Anytime. Anytime. It's, yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, it's so happy,
of course.
Something about
Yeah.
it. It's so peace. It's so happy. It's soul food.
It is. For some people, it is absolutely soul food. For
Yeah.
me, it's Chinese, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, it's absolutely. I remember when I was pregnant,
Mm.
I was in the US. So I came to India just to have Indian Chinese food. I
Yeah,
mean, literally. Literally, that was the reason I came. People were saying, you don't need to travel now. I said, no, I will go.
I want Indian Chinese.
I want Indian
Oh,
Chinese.
you probably okay. So we have South Indian butter chicken also,
Oh,
where you put curry patta and
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you like that?
it's there too. Like you say, Indian Chinese. We have South Indian
Yeah.
butter chicken. You like
Ah, okay, that way. Okay. I like South Indian butter chicken. You like that?
it's very South Indian flavorful. But yes, I do miss the North Indian butter chicken. You know what I say?
Okay. No, because the Indian Chinese is actually different from actually,
Yes, it is
the US,
very different.
the Chinese food that you get in the US is very different. Now, the Chinese food in China is very different. So
So there it's
India
called
has a
China. It's
different
called
thing.
food. Devika in China,
Yeah.
it's food.
But honestly, I think India has done the best for Chinese food.
Oh, it's like I know it's like what do we eat? Chinese. Like we didn't have pizzas and stuff back then. So
Yeah,
any Indian household is like, so what do we do today? Let's have Chinese. Oh,
Chinese. Yeah.
yeah. So now it's like, oh, now it's like, oh, there's so much food out there now.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Staple
So,
biryani. It can be from any part of the country. As it's got the word attached biryani, I'm in. Whether it be or not, I'm eating it.
you're having it. Good. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, is there a life mantra for you when the going gets tough, or just in general? Like, do you
Just
have a, philosophy of life or your life mantra?
रात गई बात गई.
Good. I like that.
You can't wake up in the morning, yeah, thinking about that. I sleep by like 8:15, 8:30, I'm passed out. If I wake up at 4 in the morning and I keep brooding over, I'm not going to sleep.
True, true, true.
And I'm too tired to think.
I really honestly hope that this message actually reaches millions because it's so important to, not carry that baggage around.
Yeah.
You feel lighter, you
And
know. कि रात गई बात
lately,
गई बस हो गया
baat
यार.
gayi, baat gayi. But lately I've also like taken on something called sticks and stones.
What's that?
Yeah, you go through so much in life. You come across so many people in life.
Mm-hmm.
You go through this wave, right? So people talk. It's like sticks and stones will break my bones. Words don't hurt me anymore. You start at this age, you can't be hampering over should have, could have, would have.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
True, true,
it's
true.
tough. No, it's tough. But when
Mm-hmm.
you see through what is good for you, because if I have a bad sleep, if I have bad thoughts, if I have, you know, just a negative environment or just creating a negative space for myself,
Mm-hmm.
it ruins my next day, my training.
Totally, totally. Very true.
And you don't want to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not
See,
fun.
making these conscious choices also it needs you require to be meditative. You have to pursue a meditative lifestyle to actually cut through the noise.
You go through a lot in life and then you figure it's like, yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
true.
eh,
Very true. Now, if you could swim with one celebrity, who would that be? And why? Fun question.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Does Nicole Kidman
Alive
know
or
how to swim?
historical? Anybody.
Yeah, yeah. Does Nicole Kidman know how to swim?
I don't know, but I mean,
Yeah, it would be her.
she's okay. She's made the list. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Excellent.
she's very
Okay.
cool.
So we'll tag
And
Nicole Kidman.
yeah, and Louis Pug, he is he's endorsing and he's really uh, swimming for Save the Oceans. He
Okay.
swims in cold water. It's like 4 degrees.
My goodness.
Yeah, and he's
Wow.
doing 100 miles, 50 miles. I'm like, whoa. So he's one person that I would really, really love to meet and swim with one day. Yeah.
Wow, very cool. Like a song or playlist you love listening to before, while preparing for an event,
No,
or no, not that.
nothing, nothing. Because
Okay.
I would listen to music generally per se, but when I'm training, so my father's out of the pool, he's giving me instructions every time. So that somehow, like, you, because you're listening to instructions while you're swimming, you're paying attention to what he's saying.
True.
Oh, and then in the open water, they avoid, or we don't use those ear thingies. We don't use listen to music and stuff. Maybe like a
Mm,
boom box or something, a speaker on the boat. Because what happens is, uh, you're following the boat. The crew is giving you, the crew's telling you what to do, where to move, what to do next, constantly giving you instructions too. So you have to pay attention to what they're saying also. You don't
mm,
want to get stray, you don't want to get lost.
mm.
It is completely for it's 1,000% purely for safety. That
Of course,
yeah.
absolutely, 100%,
Mm.
100%. Now let's talk about your social media.
Mm.
Your buzzing handle. So tell us about that. Was it intentional? Did it just grow naturally, organically? How did
It,
that all that happen?
it happened overnight. I was at some 1,200, 300 followers, and overnight it just went like wee. And yeah, and suddenly my video was everywhere. Suddenly people are, you know, wondering, oh my god, this happens. People who knew. People who didn't know were like, that's not true. That's not possible. You know what I mean? Because they don't know. They're not aware. So
Of course, yeah.
and and I was just recovering. So it was overnight. Everything happened overnight for me. Suddenly I look at my phone, I'm like, what? Did I just have like 40,000 followers overnight? You know what I mean?
Wow,
And
fantastic.
yeah,
Now
and
about the followers,
yeah,
um, like you said, like, do you interact with them? Do you check their DMs? What
people,
kind?
yeah, it's oh, okay, mostly athletes.
You're like this, saying mostly athletes. Well,
Yeah,
that's fine.
like you
That
have your
works.
Olympians, like you have your hockey players, you have your football players. So many swimmers out there, meeting, talking, interacting with them. It's yeah, again, yeah, mostly sportsmen. So
Okay, that's
athletes,
fine. So,
sportswomen. Yes,
what's the sweetest DM that you've received, or a memorable moment with one of your, followers?
like yeah, it's so many, so many.
Tell us about a couple.
One guy said, "Marry me."
How sweet.
I checked him out. He was like in college. He's some 22 years old. I'm like, oh.
Oh,
And then,
go
and
on.
yeah, and oh, they're nasty ones too. Like, no, that's not possible. This, that.
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there are all sorts. But yeah, this was like, and then one guy posted like, "That's my girlfriend." I'm like,
Oh,
so I'm like, I don't even know you. I can't be your girlfriend. So
oh, these are sweet ones. Of course, of course, of course.
all sorts. So it's a
Nice, of course. But these are like feel good moments, I'm sure, when you go through the, DM and then you see them. Of course, fantastic, wonderful. So, what do you think was what was your pinch me? I can't believe I made it kind of moment. Was there one, or that you felt like, okay, I've arrived.
that's what happened on social media for me
Okay.
because I didn't understand what was going on initially.
Mm,
I was like, so many people. What do I do? I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? You know, it was social media today is such an important place to be.
very true. Yeah.
Again, it depends on why you're on it and what you're looking for.
Mm.
It's like, oh my god, I only got 5 likes. Oh my god, I only got 10 likes. At a point, I'm like, okay, finally you saw it. It's what you need it for. I want people to know that this is a sport. This exists. People do it, yes. And I'm here standing in front of you, you know, attesting to the fact that it is possible.
Of
I
course.
want to create that awareness.
Mm.
I also
Your
want people
message,
to
you
know,
want to spread your message.
yes, and I want people to
Correct.
know safety is the most important, crucial thing that is needed when you go out open water swimming.
Of
Safety.
course. Mm.
Very, very important. Everybody's life is important. Each
True.
and every person. You are important to your people as I am important to my people.
Very true.
It is just that I want people to recognize this. It is a sport. Yes, I do have fun doing it. Yes, it is painful. Yes, it is a struggle. But yeah, it's my endless love, and it's sacrifices you make for anything in the world. So, and yes, I want people to understand that hard work and discipline, and anybody can do it. It's all in your mind.
Oh,
It's all.
wonderful. So do you celebrate after you've reached your goal?
No, I'm literally crawling to find a bed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Makes sense.
First, I'm like, I want fresh pani. I want fresh water. I want fresh water. I need to take a shower.
Mm.
Where's the bed? I just want to crash. And yeah, it takes a while to recover. Yes, but also because the amount of gels and the electrolytes that you take, the body is still that energetic. It takes a while, but in that
Mm.
downtime, you're like, oh, I just need to rest. I'm like, Ma, Baba, I love you. I'm going to sleep. Let's figure out. Let's figure out other things tomorrow.
Of course, of course, of course.
Yeah.
So a few rapid fire for you.
Hmm.
Swim with sharks or swim in freezing water?
Freezing water any day.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I get to train
Uh,
for it, right? I get to train for it.
yeah, exactly. So the one thing you never leave home without,
Oh, house keys, and obviously with the modern age, my phone.
of course. Favorite motivational quote or mantra?
Oh, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Who inspires you the most in the field? Who inspires you the most?
I actually inspire myself because I amaze myself every time.
Fantastic. I love that. That's a wonderful message.
I
Absolutely. Absolutely. Coffee or green tea before a swim?
Nothing.
Cool.
Two
Dream
bananas.
collaboration?
My dream collaboration, TYR. They are the best in swimwear. Like, they're super. I love them.
Your proudest moment so far?
I'm alive.
Fantastic. I like that. Absolutely. What a absolutely a great journey indeed. And I think we've pretty much covered everything, Sucheta. Keep doing what you're doing, keep
Thank you.
inspiring, keep winning, and I think you're absolutely the best.
Thank you so much, Devika. Thank you so much, Trish. It was really nice talking to you all.